Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Emily, and if you didn't know, I'm a vegan. Wow, shocking, never told you that before. So I thought it'd be funny today to go through some vegan struggles or annoyances, proper first world problems basically, that I asked you guys on Instagram and also a few of my own. I just think they'd be funny to go through because, you know, as vegans, not normal, so we get a lot of weird comments said to us. So yeah, let's have a look through what you said. Some of them are quite funny and very interesting, so let's get on with it. Can I just say, I say and do you know what I mean so many times in this video and I couldn't cut it out, so sorry, I hate myself too, just try ignore that, enjoy the video.
Animals were made to be eaten.
Yes, literally hear that all the time. Who said they were meant to be eaten? Do you know what I mean? Just because you've been told that way doesn't mean it's true. That I'm starving myself and I must be a stick because I'm not getting proper nutrients. Yes. All the time, oh my god, you must be malnourished. I don't know where you get this idea from, just because you're cutting out one food group, or two really, meat and dairy, that you're not going to get anything from anywhere else. It's very easy to get what you would be missing from supplements or from fortified foods or just from the foods themselves. They have a lot more nutrients in than you'd think. Why do you eat so much processed food? I always have to explain myself. Yeah, I feel like people think just because you've gone vegan you're going to be super healthy. No, I feel most people go vegan for the animals. I get processed food isn't the best for you, but at least it's vegan, you know, you're not eating the animals. So many things are made out of mushrooms and I cannot stand them. It depends, some mushrooms I can have, if they're in stuff or maybe in a garlic sauce, but I'm still picky sometimes. When they come in the Chinese, no, they're the massive chunks, nah. Isn't being veggie enough? Why do you have to be vegan? That's too far. What do you mean isn't that enough? No, I don't want to be veggie, I want to be vegan, leave me alone. McDonald's having shite vegan options, I feel this very hard. Those dippers are dry, I hate them, and then they've just put them in 3 different things. Give me something actually nice. People constantly asking why you're vegan. Yeah, I feel like it does get quite repetitive. If they say it in a nice way, if they're having an open discussion, want to actually know more, then it's fine, but if they're why are you vegan? I'm well, I'm not going to answer your question with that attitude, am I? When people say that meat alternatives are gross but haven't tried them, yeah, I wouldn't slag something off if I hadn't tried it. Look at the Greggs sausage rolls. I've seen thousands of people saying that they prefer the vegan one over the normal one. If you're not going to try it, don't comment on it, as simple as. When my family tells me because I don't eat meat I'm a picky eater, which I'm really not. Yeah, same, I'm not a picky eater, aubergines and some mushrooms, get out, but apart from that I will pretty much eat anything. Obviously I don't eat meat and dairy doesn't mean that I'm a picky eater, that our diet solely consists of grass. Yes, this was a very regular comment in high school, it's funny, but yeah, I mean, can you imagine if we just all started getting on our hands and knees and mowing like cows? When people think I physically can't eat something but I just choose not to. Yeah, what do people think's gonna happen if I eat a bit of bacon? I'm not gonna implode, I just choose not to eat it. They're what can't you have? I can have anything, I can physically digest a lot of things. I don't want to eat it. But I love cheese too much, or what about bacon? Yeah, I don't care. It's not really a good comeback, oh, what about a nice juicy steak? I hate steak, so you're really not tempting me with that offer there, sorry. My parents make me buy my own food and keep it under my bed. Oh no. I've said before I'm really lucky, my parents are really open about veganism. But yeah, maybe talk to your parents and try educate them a bit more, because I feel like that's what a lot of parents don't understand. They just hear the word vegan and they're oh no, you're not doing that. But if you educate them and try show them why it's good and why you want to do it and you're passionate about it, maybe they won't make you hide your food under the bed. People think that veganism is solely about health. There's the misconception that vegans are really healthy, as I said before, and that people only do it for the health. But I'd say the majority of vegans are vegan for the animals, which we love to see, and for the environment. So it's not always a health thing. So if you see me chomping down on a massive greasy burger, you know, it's not for my health, it's for the animals. If something says vegan on it, then my sister says she can't eat it because it's vegan. Just because it says suitable for vegans doesn't mean that it's not going to be nice. A lot of things are accidentally vegan or have been vegan for ages, but they just started putting the stickers on it. Doesn't mean it's suddenly going to taste different or something. My friends think when I'm drunk I only snack on carrots. I mean, nothing wrong with a carrot. Yeah, when people are what do you eat after a night out? Normally I go Subway because the Subway's nicer than McDonald's. I have come home from a night out at uni and put them half-baked breads in the oven and had them hot and buttered. That was really smart choice from me. That there's mean vegans. I mean, I see why people might think that, because obviously there are some very pushy vegans who, you know, really excel their feelings onto other people. But the majority of vegans are super nice and they will talk to you about it if you're interested, and if you're being nice and respectful of their opinions, they'll respect your opinions probably. When you're eating something and people ask, is that vegan, are you sure, as if I haven't checked, they're just like waiting for you to make a mistake. What do you eat then? Rabbit food. I mean, rabbits look very cute and they're nibbling on their lettuce, and sometimes I tend to do that, but oh my god, don't you miss eating meat though? No, I don't. End of. Fancy restaurants having like 10 meat options and only one vegan one. Yeah, it's always the really high class ones that don't have a lot of vegan options. Like, surely if you're that fancy of a restaurant and you have that good chefs, you should be able to make a vegan option. It's really not hard. People thinking it's more expensive or you're really rich and spend a lot. Yeah, I think if you're buying all the like top end like meat alternatives and all the like fancy food, it can add up. But if you're sticking to the basics, if you're sticking to like Aldi and stuff, it can be so cheap, like grains and everything. But it is nice to sometimes treat yourself to something a bit more expensive, like cheeky Ben and Jerry's or something. But thank you for assuming I'm rich because I'm vegan, I'll take that. Why skimmed milk powder pops up in everything. Yes, you literally reading the whole ingredients, you're like, yes, it's fine, then right at the end, skimmed milk powder. Like, what is that adding? Like, is it literally just like powdered milk? That just sounds grim. Cows are gonna overpopulate. Yeah, I don't get this one. Like, do people think cows are just suddenly gonna go all iRobot and take over when we go vegan? Me being vegan doesn't make a difference. Yeah, this annoys me so much. Like, how do you think so many things started because one person made the difference? Like this whole, oh, one person might make a difference is not true. There's a website, I'll link it down below, and you put how long you've been vegan in, and it tells you how much water you've saved, like energy, how many animal lives, and you know, big figures for one person. So this whole just me thing, you know, it's really daft. Colleagues who know I'm vegan always offering me a chocolate. I mean, yeah, it is nice to be offered, but if they're doing it just to be funny, then I'm like, haha, like, wow, you really got me there, didn't you?
So funny.
When people are eating something vegan and you say that's vegan, they act gross out. Yeah, like, why is vegan food so gross? Like, if you're eating a jam donut from the Co-op, I'm gonna tell you it's vegan because I eat a lot of those, and it's like, vegan, like, grow up. A guy once dumped me because he found out I'm vegan. Well, first of all, you don't need him. If he's not going to respect your opinions, then, you know, onwards and upwards. And it just shows if they're not willing to put the effort in on something simple as that, then they weren't worth your time. It's not hard to Google or ask about, you know, what presents you can get them or where you can take them out for food or whatever, or cook for them. Like, if they're not putting the effort in, then being vegan is extreme. Yeah, I don't get this. I'm pretty sure me just eating a few plants here and there is a little bit less extreme than eating like a dead animal. People saying, oh my god, I can never do that. Okay, I wasn't asking you to, but yeah, I mean, like, I don't think I've ever, like, genuinely seriously told someone to go vegan. Like, it's always just been a joke, you know, like, go vegan. They act like we're, like, got a gun to the head on, like, go vegan. Like, no, that just doesn't happen. Wanting to get a really nice pair of shoes and then you find out they're made of leather, yeah, that is a pain. When I'm shopping for shoes, it's usually online, so I, like, check all them filters, like, no leather, vegan shoes. But then, like, you just end up searching for ages and there'll be like suede in it or like the tiniest bit of leather on the inside. I'm like, why? Every Christmas my family love to hate on my nut roast and call me a bird because I eat seeds. Yeah, Christmas dinner we all have the same. Then my parents will have meat and I'll have something. Like, I had a pie last year, which I've known is pretty unorthodox, but it's nice. And seeds are nice. My dad eats so many seeds and he's not vegan, so if anyone's the bird, it's him. They don't get that plants have protein. You know, look at these massive guns, of course I'm getting protein. People definitely overestimate how much protein you need, on top of the fact that they don't think you can get protein from plants and other grains, so it's like, just do a bit of research, educate yourself.
Here, educate yourself!
You don't look like a vegan. Yeah, like, sorry, do you want me to look like I've walked out of the 70s, like Woodstock or something, with flowy trousers, flowers in my hair? Like, what does a vegan look like? The only like stereotypical vegan thing I think of is like maybe a hippie, but there literally is not a typecast for what a vegan looks like. Not being able to try authentic foods in other countries. Yeah, and alongside that, having to worry about what I eat when I travel. Yeah, I feel like there was always the like, oh my god, am I gonna eat? But even if you end up eating just like pasta and chips every day, it's better than eating meat. Cake days at school, could never join in, but oh well. Vegan options always been salad but the same price. Yeah, and it's the same if you like customise something and you're like, can I have that but like without the meat and egg? And then they charge the same price. There is no reason a salad should be more than £10. Absolutely ridiculous. Being judged for literally not contributing to the harm of animals. Yeah, people just think you're an absolute wacko if you're vegan. Like, sorry, I don't want to eat animals. It's not that big of a deal. Like the amount of times I have to tell people that pasta and bread are often vegan. Yes! Do you know what? I'd say that's what I get asked the most. Like, do you have to have different weird bread? Unless you're eating brioche every single day, most bread is vegan. There is not a lot of bread that has milk in, like loaves of bread. Same with pasta, unless you get fresh pasta. Most dried pasta, bar lasagna sheets, are egg free. If you're adding egg and milk, you're halfway to baking a cake there, not a loaf of bread. Someone literally asked me once if fish was okay. Yeah, my grandparents have done this a few times. Like, can you have tuna though? Like, no, sorry grandma, I can't. It's quite funny to me that people would think that fish is vegan. I don't like, no, any animal produce I don't eat. My grandma once asked if I couldn't just skip a day and make an excuse. Make an excuse to who? The vegan police? That's so funny. That's definitely something my grandma would say as well, like, skipping a day is what you do when you're on a diet or something, not when you're vegan. Chocolate being 3 times the price of normal dairy chocolate, yeah. I love Nomo and I love like Vigo and stuff, and I get why, maybe if it's harder to source the ingredients, but when it's literally like £3, them Galaxy ones for like £1, I'm like, I think I'll just stick with some regular old dark chocolate that's accidentally vegan tar. So they're all the ones people sent in, but I'm trying to think if I've got any. What really annoys me is like Garnier, where they're like new vegan formula, but you test on animals. Like, it's really annoying to me that vegan doesn't mean cruelty free. Like, I think they should go hand in hand, especially on beauty products, because yeah, a formula might be vegan, i.e. it's got no animal derived products, but it's not cruelty free. And I feel like they're really cheeky, like Garnier and companies who do that when they're like vegan formula on TV and stuff, because people are just going to think it's vegan. Like, no, I don't think if it's tested on animals it should be classed as vegan personally. But and also people just put in vegan on anything, like this whole like greenwashing idea, just because something's vegan or organic it's like instantly better. Really just a big capitalist scam, if I'm honest. I think people thinking veganism's really hard. It's really not. Like, obviously I made my Instagram and then this YouTube to try to show that veganism's really approachable and it's really easy for anybody, no matter what your like financial circumstances is, where you live. Most people can go vegan, it's just whether they want to or not. But labelling it is really difficult and hard, it's just completely wrong. So I think that's everything. I hope you enjoyed me complaining. I love being vegan, I'm very proud to be vegan, I'm very happy being vegan. I just thought it'd be funny to go through some struggles. As I said, very first world problems, very windy, but it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please give it a like, maybe think about subscribing or checking out my Instagram, which will be down below and stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.